evening, viewers, and welcome to this edition of NTV Sports Page. It's Monday, the 19th of December. I'm Curtis Morton. In our headlines, Argentina rules the wave. And in our feature for this evening, City and City, basketball champions on Nevis. We'll take this break and I'll be right back.
I'm Zach Harmon.
And I'm Denise Golden.
And you are watching NTV 8.
Well, I'm back and we start with some exciting news in football. Well, that's for the Argentinian fans. It was a consecration, the spiritual overtones entirely appropriate. Lionel Messi not only emulated the deity of Argentinian football, Diego Maradona, by leading the nation to World Cup glory, he finally plugged the burning gap on his CV, winning the one title that has eluded him. At the fifth time of asking, surely the last time. In the process, he gilded his claim to being recognized as the greatest player of them all. Argentina had to win this final 3 times. France refusing to accept it was Messi's destiny to get his hands on the iconic gold trophy and that it was somehow preordained. It will go down as surely the finest World Cup final of all time. The most pulsating one of the greatest games in history because of how Kylian Mbappé hauled France up off the canvas towards the end of normal time. And so the game had to be determined on penalty kicks. And Argentina sealed the deal. So lots of France fans not too happy, but those who back Argentina would be over the moon. We'll take this break and I'll be back with our feature for this evening.
My name is Dustin. I've been experiencing pain in my lower back, and last month I started fitness here. I felt more energy throughout the day, and my back has been improving rapidly. I think fitness is great. Fit is it.
Well, I'm back, and tonight we feature basketball. The combined team members of Cotton Ground and Church Ground, or the CG and CG team as they are known, are the new basketball champions of Nevis. This feat was accomplished on the evening of Sunday the 18th December at the Grelhull Stevens Netball Complex. The CG and CG team faced off with the Dynasty Ballers, and immediately the Dynasty team was on the offensive. Very early in the first quarter, the Dynasty team took a decisive lead, but the experienced CG and CG team clawed back into the game in the latter stage of the quarter and continued in the same vein in the second quarter. They later tied up the game, and they too took a decisive lead, with the Dynasty team making some fantastic plays as the minutes ran out, trying to get back into the game. However, it was a case of too little, too late. In terms of the match summary, CG and CG Basketball Club 80 points, Dynasty Ballers 68. First quarter, Dynasty 19, CG and CG 16. Second quarter, CG and CG 25, Dynasty 12. Third quarter, CG and CG 24, Dynasty 15. And in the final quarter, Dynasty Ballers 22, CG and CG 15. For the CG and CG team, Calvert Dorr 29 points, 8 rebounds. Cheslin Hutton 23 points, 1 rebound. Royden Brown, 9 points and 9 rebounds. Dynasty Ballers, Jamal Ford, 16 points, 11 rebounds. Nicolon Liebert, 12 points, 5 rebounds. Gassano Barry, 8 points and 9 rebounds. Calvert Dorr was the MVP for the finals. Immediately after the finals, the Grand Awards ceremony was held. This was ably chaired by the Deputy Director of Sports, Brian Dow. Addressing the gathering were the Honorable Spencer Brand, the chief sponsor of the tournament, former Minister of Sports, the Honorable Eric Evelyn, and the newly appointed Minister of Sports, the Honorable Troy Liebert. The CG and CG team received the first place medals and trophy, while the Dynasty team took the second place trophy and medals. The following persons received special awards. Most points, 107, Nicolon Liebert, Dynasty Ballers. Most steals, 25, Justin Hutton, Sigi and Sigi. Most assists, 17, Calvin Smith, Sigi and Sigi. Most rebounds, 89, Jamal Ford, Dynasty Ballers. Most block shots, 24, Stevenson Providence of Youth and Sports Eagles. The vote of thanks was delivered by the Director of Sports, Jamie Claxton.
Hey, good evening once again, and welcome to the closing ceremony of the Department of Sports NABA Spencer Brand sponsored basketball tournament. It has been a competitive tournament. I myself witnessed a couple of matches, and of course we saw the display of skills and talent that came out in the various matches that was played from night after night. Of course, on behalf of the Department of Sports, we do foster the collaboration with other entities, and of course we would ask other entities come forward and sponsor basketball, because it's a very interesting game and we all love it here on the island of Nevis. Before I go on, I would like to recognize the Honorable Eric Evelyn, former Minister of Sports, Troy Youton Liban, the Honorable Troy Youton Liban. He's now the present Minister of Sports, and the Honorable Spencer Brand, our sponsor. So before I go any further, I would like to ask the Honorable Spencer Brand, our sponsor, to give brief remarks. Would you welcome him?
Thank you very much, Mr. Brian Dow, our Master of Ceremony for tonight. Let me also recognize my cabinet colleague, the Honorable Eric Evelyn, the Honorable Troy Youton Liban, also the Director of Youth and Sports, Mr. Jamie Claxton, and the members of the Nevis Amateur Basketball Association. And all the listeners and viewers, a very pleasant good evening to you. And our teams tonight. It is indeed a pleasure for me to participate in this closing ceremony of this competition. A few months ago, we stood right here in this complex launching this competition. I am very happy to see that we have had a competition that was of a very high standard. I also am happy to see that we had some very good sportsmanship. I'm also understanding that the officiating of these games was also of a very high standard. So I want to congratulate all who would have participated in this tournament for 2022. I am already looking forward to 2023. And I want to take this opportunity to encourage our young people, as I did when we launched this competition, to please use these facilities. These facilities, the Nevis Island administration would have expended significant sums of money here, and I'm happy to see that the Basketball Association and the Ministry of Youth and Sports have already ensured that they have had at least this basketball tournament here for 2022. So I want to congratulate the Basketball Association and the Ministry of Youth and Sports in responding to that call to use this facility. I did say then as well that I want our people to ensure that they take very good care of this facility. It is your facility and you must continue to take very good care of it. I want to congratulate the winners of this tournament, CG and the CG, for winning this tournament. I want to say congratulations to you. And I also want to say congratulations to our second place winners, Dynastic Ballers. Congratulations. I believe that your display of skill and talent was well received, and I certainly want to wish both teams and all of the teams in the competition the very best in the near future and in all of the rest competitions. So congratulations and may God bless. I want to use this opportunity to wish all of the players, all of the officials, all of the members of the Ministry of Youth and Sports, and all those who are listening and viewing a very Merry Christmas. I know we are coming up on Christmas. I want to wish all of you a very Merry Christmas. I hope that you will have a Christ-filled Christmas, and we certainly look forward to seeing you back here in the new year. Thank you, good night, and God bless.
Thank you, the Honorable Spencer Brand, for bringing brief remarks. As we continue with the program, we ask the Honorable Eric Evelyn to come and give brief remarks.
Thank you very much, Mr. Master of Ceremonies, Mr. Dow. And let me also recognize my cabinet colleagues, the Honorable Spencer Brand, the Honorable Youthan Troy Liburd, the Director of Sports, Mr. Jamia Claxton, and of course the members of the Nevis Amateur Basketball Association and our teams. I am happy that I'm here. I was here at the start of the tournament, and I'm happy that I'm here at the end of the tournament. And every time I enter this complex, my heart is full, because when we see what was here a couple of months ago, and when we see what is here now, it is indeed pleasing for us in the Nevis Island administration that we would have had such a magnificent transformation. And the fact is that after this transformation, after this magnificent transformation, we would have seen a netball tournament played here a couple of months ago, and now we have seen the conclusion of a basketball tournament. It shows that our young sportsmen and sportswomen are utilizing the facility, which of course we want. We want, when 2023 comes around, that we see netball and basketball being played here more often. We, of course, when the tournament started, we said we were delighted that we were able to bring basketball back into the heart of the city. And I'm sure that the players who would have played here would have enjoyed the facility, and it was indeed our pleasure to have it at your disposal. Thank you. Of course, I want to commend the Basketball Association. They've always been there, working hard, getting tournaments up and running. Of course, we know most of the tournaments have been hosted at Church Ground, but we were happy that at least this one was hosted here in Charlestown. So congratulations and commendation to the Basketball Association. Of course, I want to commend my colleague, Honorable Spencer Brand, for once again partnering with the Ministry of Sports to host this tournament. I want to also commend the basketball teams, because of course you cannot have a tournament unless the teams consent to play. And I want to say kudos to all of you who took part in the tournament. I know it was a hard-fought tournament, but I want to say congratulations to the eventual winners and the second and third place winners as well. I want to say a special good night, and I want to introduce you to the person who has overthrown me as the Minister of Sports, the Honorable Youthan Troy Liburd. He's now our new Minister of Sports. He's just a few hours as the Minister of Sports. And Minister, I want to say welcome. Welcome. And I invite you to just say even 2 words, please. Ladies and gentlemen, let's welcome our new Minister of Sports, my good friend and colleague, the Honorable Youthan Troy Liburd.
Good night, everybody. I want to recognize our newly minted Deputy Premier, Honorable Eric Evelyn, and also Minister Spencer Brand, who is our sponsor, and of course, our Director of Sports, and the good people from our Basketball Association, the teams, and all of you who have come to support. as you would have heard, just about 2 or 3 hours ago, we got portfolios, and one of my portfolios is now the Ministry of Sports. And I know that over the previous 5 years, Minister Eric Evelyn would have done a remarkable job in sports. And it is my intention to continue doing a lot of things in sports, but of course, you know, I would come and I would have my own ideas. And I believe that based on the fact that my phone has already started going off with calls and text messages with people who have ideas, I believe that we're going to have a wonderful time. And of course, I'll be open to ideas. Basketball is something that I like. I used to try to play a bit. Hopefully, if I could get back in shape, I could try a little thing. But I think my role would be more to lend a hand and to assist those who are more able to play. So I look forward to doing some good things in sports in the years to come. Thank you.
Thank you. The new Minister of Sports, and now I'm going to turn it over back to Master of Ceremonies.
Thank you, the Honorable Eric Evelyn, the Honorable Troy Liburd, for your brief remarks. As we move on with the program, we'll have the distribution of awards for most points, assists, steals, rebound, and block shots. So I'll call on Wanda. She will call the names of the persons for the various.
Good night, everyone. We're going to start out with most points with 107 points, average of 17.83. We have from the Dynasty Ballers, Nicolon Liburd. For most assists, we have 17, an average of 3.4 per game of CG and CG Carvin Smith. With most steals, 25, an average of 5, from CG and CG, Cheslin Hutton. Most rebound with 89, an average of 14.3 per game of Dynasty baller Jamal Ford. Most block shots, 24, average of 4 from Youth and Sports Eagles, Stevenson Providence. we would like to give a little token to our referees. So first we have Mr. Lewis Brown. We have Mr. Calvin Foy. No, sorry, Calvin Percival. Percival. We have Mr. Kevin Foy. We have Mr. Dio Hendrickson. And we have Mr. Royden Brown. Okay. So we're in the second. Who is that? Okay, at this point we're going to call the second place team, the Dynasty Ballers, to collect your medals. And we have our winners, CG and CG. Come on, get one. Congratulations. Okay, we're now.
Before that, yeah, okay.
Okay, we're now going to do the MVP for finals. We have 29 points, 8 rebounds, 4 assists, 10 steals, 3 out of 6 free throw made, 2 turnovers. Our MVP, we have Mr. Calbert Dua. And that trophy was sponsored by the Honorable Spencer Brand. Let us give Mr. Spencer Brand a round of applause. Now we have our official trophies. The second place, we have Dynasty Ballers, also sponsored by the Honorable Spencer Brand. Let us give it up for Dynasty Ballers. And now the champion for 2022, sponsored Honorable Spencer Brand, the CG and CG basketball team. Everybody.
Good? Okay, congratulations.
We thank Wanda Parry, the treasurer of the Nevis Amateur Basketball Association, and Ronica, the vice president of the Nevis Amateur Basketball Association, for distributing the medals and trophies. And now we come to the vote of thanks, and this will be given by the Director of Sports, Mr. Jamir Claxton.
Pleasant good evening to all. Before I proceed with my soliloquy of gratitude, I want to join in congratulating the champions. Congratulations. I want to begin by thanking God Almighty for allowing us to have a very successful tournament. From all reports, I think we were injury-free, and we had some very good games. I also take this opportunity to thank the Honorable Spencer Brand for coming on board and partnering with the Department and Ministry of Sport in sponsoring this tournament. Through your contribution, we were able to have a very successful tournament. To the Honorable Eric Evelyn, the former Minister of Sport, I want to thank you for continuously supporting our endeavors over the years. Whenever we come to you with an idea, whether it's doing it through the department or partnering with other organizations, you've always supported us, so thank you. I want to thank the new Minister of Sports, the Honorable Troy Liburd, for gracing us with his presence this evening. You basically, hours after being appointed, you began the job, so thanks for coming. To the Nevis Basketball Association executive, thank you guys for being such wonderful partners. It's through this collaboration we're able to have another successful tournament. This tournament exemplifies what government and associations could do once we work together. To all the officials, without you, the games won't be possible, so thank you for playing your role. To the teams, fans, the media person, the entertainment, thank you. If I forgot anyone, blame it on the head, not the heart. Thank you.
Well, this evening for a feature, we go down to the Grelhull Stevens Netball Complex. We pick up the latter part of that game and the closing ceremony. Of course, if you want to see the remainder or the full package in terms of this game, well, you just type in Morton's Menu on YouTube, like and subscribe to the page, and enjoy. Well, that's our package for this evening. I am Curtis Morton, reminding you that you can watch sports if you're not fit. But to play sports requires fitness, diligence, and sacrifice. Have a good night.